puppies is tender then, you know.
Oh, I got you. You have any itching between the toes? Got some peeling between here.
Not now.
Okay.
I mean, occasionally, you know, like maybe once every few weeks or so.
Gotcha. Seat a little higher. When the nails are real thick like this,
Right.
anything you use topically,
Well,
it's not going to work because it's not going to penetrate the nail. Because we got to get down to the nail bed. You know, the skin underneath the nail.
My father had toes just like this. So that's where so when you have to do an analysis or a culture, you take a culture of that stuff?
Exactly. So the lab that we use, what they do is that they no longer have to try to grow it.
Okay.
Some years ago, they would take it, the samples, scrape the bottom of the samples, put them in a special type of a dish and actually try to grow the fungus.
Right.
And then try to identify it based on what it looks like. Now, what we can do, what the labs do rather, they stain it, look at it under the microscope, looking for the presence of fungus. And then after that, using DNA technology, they gotta identify the exact species.
Oh, wow.
All right?
So that cuticle is all jacked up. Would that ever go back to normal?
Yeah.
That could be kind of problematic.
Do right in here, yeah, because it's very hard in your case. But we'll deal with that as well. There we go. You've been to other doctors for this issue?
Years ago.
Years ago? Okay.
There was this crew up in the...
Got
a little pain there.
Sorry about that. I'll come back to that.
There was a crew up in they didn't do all this soaking and all that stuff.
Okay.
This was a few years ago.
Okay.
I forgot the name of it. I think it was... I don't know if you remember. Yeah, well, it was his son, I think he had a practice up in there.
Okay.
I don't know if they still in existence, but I know his father retired.
Okay.
But
Here we go.
no, last question.
Sure. No such thing as the last question.
Okay.
It's just next question.
Yeah, well, I'm one of those people known for asking a lot of questions.
That's good.
Tea tree oil. Does that help at all?
Again, like anything, it depends on the severity of the problem. If you catch it early, and depending on exactly what the species is, tea tree oil can be effective. Particularly if it's more of a skin issue than a hard nail plate issue. Remember, when we're dealing with nails and we're dealing with anything topical, it's about penetration. Poor penetration means poor outcome.
They use a Dremel.
Oh yeah.
That thing, I'll scream if it,
Oh well, if it's bothering you, just let me know. No need to be a hero up in here.
No, my father was like no choice. We used to laugh at him, but God rest his soul. We used to trim his toes, and he was like, you know, he was always like, watch my toes. He'd jump and stuff like that.
See, now I'm working on the actual nail bed here.
Okay.
Loosening up the dead skin, some of the fungus that's accumulated. Alright, you see the cuticle here, where it's overgrown.
Right. Well, it was time. I guess I should have got to you much sooner, but I guess better late than never.
Yes, sir.
Well, I saw you do, like, you know, amazing stuff with people's feet that most people wouldn't even deal with.
Yeah.
You know, they'd be like, just go in there and take that fucker. I don't know. Yeah, I saw some feet, boy, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, man.
Get that. I guess I can't be embarrassed about mine.
Yeah, no, we gotta get you in, get you squared away, man.
Yeah, like, man,
I mean, like the folks used to say, there's always somebody worse off than you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to hang in here with you as long as I can.
Yes, sir.
Get this, so I can at least wear some sandals one day.
Mm-hmm.
How long will you see a case at this level? How long does it normally take to get it? Like
It could take at minimum 6 months. I've seen it go about a year or more.
Okay. Well, you'll see improvement in 6 months. Huh?
Oh yeah. Because what you want to see whenever you're dealing with nail and/or skin issues is steady improvement.
Okay, gotcha.
The problems most people run into is that they don't see much improvement at the beginning, so they bail out on the treatment.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, well, that's the good thing that you did. You got evidence of your work online, so you know people can. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hang in there and let him do what he do.
Yeah. Then once you start seeing improvement, you're more likely to stick with the program.
Now, I have two, actually 3 of my family members have eczema. You know, so this might be a late onslaught of a little bit of eczema, but I know it's a lot of dead skin on my legs that you look at.
Yeah.
So I guess I have to go to the dermatologist for that.
Have you seen a derm for the leg issue?
Not recent, nope.
Okay.
It's been a minute. Probably about at least, what, a year and a half?
Year and a half?
2 years, something like that.
And what was the treatment plan for them?
Well, they weren't addressing that at that time.
Okay.
At that time, I mean, she's pretty good. I forgot the lady's name, but she's over
Mm-hmm.
sister. She's got a really nice practice.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're talking about.
She's got a good practice over there. You know, it's just all this stuff is my fault, dog.
Yeah. But it's all fixable, man. So we start with a position of strength around here.
Yeah.
And the number one thing is to know exactly what you're dealing with. Otherwise, that's when you're trying 10 different things.
Right.
Trying to see what works, throwing something against the wall and see if it sticks.
Now, I remember back in the day, they used to have this lotion that'll pull the dead skin off your feet. You remember that stuff?
Yeah.
Did they discontinue that or something?
To some degree, it's kind of frowned upon in what we do, especially since we deal with a lot of diabetics, like yourself. Yeah, so we tend to not do anything for like peels and exfoliations and things like that.
This stuff.
I just feeling it's not hurting you, is it?
Not now.
Okay. So have you been trying to trim these at home?
Yeah, I do. But I knew I was gonna come to you.
Okay.
So you can see those on that side a little bit trimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. I clipped those myself a little bit.
Okay.
But sometimes I use a Dremel
Okay.
to, sand them down.
Right. Well, having diabetes, you doggone sure don't want to do that at home anymore.
Well, I mean, it's kind of, I don't have a problem with healing and all that kind of stuff. But,
Yeah, everybody says that until they get an ulcer.
Yeah, fortunately, I haven't gotten to that level yet. but it is scary.
We'll get that circulation test done for you today, since our tech is here today.
Okay. Yeah, that diabetes stuff is,
It's nothing to play with, man.
Yeah, well, it affects your immune system and everything. I know a church member recently passed.
Wow.
Yeah, he was kind of surprised too. Nice brother, Willie Minnick. And he went in the hospital, man. But they said he wasn't following the doctor's instructions too, though. So anyway, it was a shocker, man, because next thing you know, he died.
Wow.
I can feel that right there.
Right there.
A little bit.
Yeah. That's where that. Gonna tighten that corner there. All right, now we're gonna file everything down here, brother.
Huh?
We're gonna get everything cleaned up and filed down here.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So when you can't feel it, that's what's the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, nigga. Yeah, all they gotta tell me one time, no doctor said, man, we might have to amputate. I'll be like, brother, whatever I gotta do not to do that.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get everything filed down here now. Let me know if this gets too irritating.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep you posted. You must have real good vision.
Oh, yeah.
Is that water or does that have iodine in it too?
No, just water.
Okay.
Water is the best medicine on earth. You get a small clipper to deal with your cuticles.
So you were fascinated by this type of work, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole transformation process is what's got me hooked, you know?
Okay. When did you first start practicing?
21 years ago.
So you were fresh out of college?
Oh yeah, I mean, right out of training. After college, I went to Podiatry school in New York. There I did my residency, my fellowship, and then came right back home. Been here on Georgia Avenue ever since.
You grew up around here?
Mm-hmm. Partly here and then partly Dallas.
Okay. Very cool, very cool.
Mm-hmm. We've been in this location a little over a year.
Oh.
We were further down the street for 20 years before we moved into this spot. We needed a bigger location.
Well, this is a pretty expensive real estate up in here, isn't it?
Well, DC, man, everything's expensive.
So well, I'm good in your practice. I'm glad to see you. Okay. The water prevents the dust from the feet.
Exactly. So it does three things for me. It eliminates the dust, it cleans as I go, and it eliminates the friction so you don't get that friction burn.
You don't want that dust to be airborne. Yeah.
This is Dr. Kevin Jefferson, the DC Foot Doctor. Thank you for watching this video. Like it with a big thumbs up to see very interesting cases and my approach and techniques to dealing with them, and how to learn how you can improve your foot health. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you will know when a new video has been uploaded. Follow me on social media at DC Foot Doctor. Most importantly, take care of your feet.